Hello everyone, this is Prerna and today we are going to solve exercise 7.4 from the textbook of CBSE board NCERT mathematics of grade 6. So let's start. Exercise 7.4. Here this is the first question. Write shaded portion as fraction. Arrange them in ascending and descending order using correct signs between the fraction. Okay, so for that we have to first write the fraction. Okay, so here we have circles and they are divided into 8 parts and they are shaded with some parts. Okay, so the first fraction of this first circle is 3 upon 8 as 3 parts are shaded in this. Now here we have the fraction as 6 upon 8. Here we can write it as 4 upon 8 and here we have 1 upon 8. Okay, now in here in the second one we have a square with 9 parts. Okay, and in out of 9 parts there are some parts are shaded. So let's write the fraction for this squares. So here in the first one we have 8 upon 9 as 8 parts are shaded. Here we have to write 4 upon 9 as 4 parts are shaded out of 9. Here 3 parts are shaded, so the fraction is 3 upon 9 and last one is 6 upon 9. So we wrote all the fractions for the shaded parts. Okay, now we have to arrange them in ascending and descending order. So for that we should know that how to find which fraction is smaller and which one is greater. For that we have the first rule, that is fractions with same denominators are called like fractions and in such fractions with the greater numerator is greater. Okay, so here all the fractions with same denominators are there. So in such fractions we can recognize which one is lesser and which one is greater from as by comparing the numerator numbers. Okay, now in the first one we have the 1 upon 8 is smaller than other fractions as 1 is less than other numbers. So let's write ascending order. Ascending order means the numbers we have to arrange from smaller to greater. So here we found the smallest fraction, that is 1 upon 8, which is less than 3 upon 8, which is less than 4 upon 8 and which is less than 6 upon 8. Okay, this is the ascending order of the first one. Now let's write descending order. As you all know that descending order is the order of the arrangement of the numbers from greatest number to the smallest one. Now here as we have written ascending order, we can write descending order by writing first 6 upon 8, which is greater than 4 upon 8, which is greater than 3 upon 8 and which is greater than 1 upon 8. Okay, it's very easy if you solve it carefully. Now let's write the ascending order and descending order for the B1. Now here we have 3 upon 9 as the smallest because 3 is smaller than 4, 8 and 6. Okay, so first we have to write 3 upon 9, which is less than 4 upon 9, which is less than 6 upon 9 and which is less than 8 upon 9. Okay, now let's write descending order. First we have to write the greatest one, that is 8 upon 9, which is greater than 6 upon 9, which is greater than 4 upon 9 and which is greater than 3 upon 9. Okay, now let's move to the next one, that is C part. Now show 2 upon 6, 4 upon 6, 8 upon 6 and 6 upon 6 on the number line. Put appropriate signs between the fractions given. Okay, now first we have to draw a number line. Okay, Now, before solving this, first I'll tell you that here when we put any fractions on the number line, we have to check whether the fractions are proper fractions or improper fractions. Now here we have three fractions as proper fractions, that is 2 upon 6, 4 upon 6 and 6 upon 6, but this 8 upon 6 is improper fraction. First we have to convert it into proper fraction, then only we can mark it on the number line. So first we will mark these three fractions on the number line. As you all know that proper fractions lie between 0 and 1. Okay. So I am marking here 0 and 1, and we have to check now what is denominator. Here we have denominator as 6, so we have to make 6 parts between 0 and 1. Now I marked it. Now in this, the second one we can mark it as a 2 upon 6, because out of 6 part, the second part we have to mark it as a 2 upon 6. Now fourth part we have to name it as 4 upon 6. Now sixth part, that is 1, can be marked as a 6 upon 6. Okay. Now to mark 8 upon 6, first we have to convert it into proper fraction. To convert it into proper fraction, we have to divide the numerator by denominator. Okay, so here the numerator is 8 and denominator is 6. So 6 ones are 6. We got the remainder as 2. Okay, now here the answer, which is 1, we have to write it as a whole number. Okay, and the remainder we have to write it as numerator, and the denominator is 6. Okay. Now as we got the whole number 1, means this fraction lies between 1 and 2. Okay. Now again we have here denominator as 6, so we have to make 6 parts. Now here in these 6 parts, the second part we have to mark it as a 8 upon 6, or we can say 2 upon 6. Okay. Now what we have to do, we have to put appropriate signs between the fractions given. Okay, these are the fractions given. We have to mark a greater, smaller or equal signs. So for that we have to check where these fractions lies. Now here on this number line, 5 upon 6 is here and 2 upon 6 is here. As you all know that how we move towards right side, the value of the fractions or any number gets increases. So 5 upon 6 is greater than 2 upon 6. Now here 3 upon 6 is here and 0 is this side. So 3 upon 6 is lies rightmost side of the 0. So 3 upon 6 is greater than 0. Now 1 upon 6 is here and 6 upon 6 is here. So 6 upon 6 is greater than 1 upon 6. Now 8 upon 6 is here and 5 upon 6 is here. So 8 upon 6 is greater than 5 upon 6. Okay. Now let's move to the next question, that is second one. Compare the fractions and put an appropriate signs. Okay. Now as you all know the first rule, that is whenever the denominator is same, then the fraction with a smaller numerator is less than the greater numerator. So here in the first one we have that 3 upon 6 and 5 upon 6, as denominator is same. So the 5 upon 6 is greater than 3 upon 6. Now here we have numerator same but not denominator same. So we have one more rule for that. If the numerator is same in two fractions, then the fraction with the smaller denominator is greater of the two. So here whichever fraction is having the smaller denominator, that fraction is a greater. So here we have 1 upon 4 as with smaller denominator, therefore this fraction is greater than 1 upon 7. Now here we have denominator same, so we have to use here the rule number 1, that is with smaller numerator it is the smaller fraction. Okay. Now here we have numerator same, so 3 upon 5 is greater than 3 upon 7. Okay. Now let's move to the next question, that is third one. Make 5 more such pairs and put appropriate signs. Okay. Here I am taking some 5 examples that are my own. You can take any other examples. So here we have to check. Now here we have numerator same. So 7 upon 4 is greater than 7 upon 8. Here numerators are same. So 2 upon 3 is greater than 2 upon 7. Here denominators are same. So 9 upon 4 is greater than 8 upon 4. Here numerators are same. Therefore 9 upon 5 is greater than 9 upon 7. Here denominators are same. Therefore 1 upon 5 is less than 2 upon 5. Okay. Just don't get confused. Use these two rules. You will be able to solve this exercise. Okay. Now let's move to the next question, that is fourth one. See here. Look at the figures and write signs between the given pairs of fractions. Okay, we have to use this diagram now. Now let's check where is 1 upon 6. Here it is, and 1 upon 3 is here. As I told you, as we move towards right side, the value of the fractions or any number gets increased. Therefore, 1 upon 3 is greater than 1 upon 6. Now 3 upon 4 is rightmost side of the 2 upon 6. Therefore 3 upon 4 is greater than 2 upon 6. Now 2 upon 3 is right side of the 2 upon 4. Therefore 2 upon 3 is greater than 2 upon 4. Now 6 upon 6 and 3 upon 3 lies on the same, we can say they are on the vertical. So they are equal. Okay. Now 5 upon 6 is leftmost side of the 5 upon 5. Therefore 5 upon 5 is greater than 5 upon 6. Now we have question as make 5 more such problems and solve them with your friends. So here I am taking 5 more examples. You can use any other examples. Okay. Now let's check where is 1 upon 4 and 1 upon 2. See here, 1 upon 2 is right side of the 1 upon 4. Therefore 1 upon 2 is greater than 1 upon 4. Now 3 upon 5 is leftmost side of the 4 upon 4. Therefore 3 upon 5 is less than 4 upon 4. Now 1 upon 3 is here and 3 upon 4 is here. So 3 upon 4 is greater than 1 upon 3. Now 5 upon 6 is here and 2 upon 3 is here. So 5 upon 6 is greater than 2 upon 3. And 3 upon 6 is here and 2 upon 5. So 3 upon 6 is greater than 2 upon 5. Okay. Now let's move to the next question, that is fifth one. How quickly can you do this? Fill appropriate signs. Okay, let's start. As I told you, here the numerators are same. So here we have to use the rule number 2. That says that with smaller denominator, the fraction is greater. So half is greater than 1 upon 5. Now here in the second one, we have different numerators as well as different denominators. So for that, we have to use one more method. We have to use LCM. So what we have to do, we have to make the denominator same by using LCM. So we have to find the LCM of 4 and 6 here. So 2 2s are 4 and 2 3s are 6. 2 1s are 2. 3 will remain as it is. 3 1s are 3. So we got the LCM as 12. So first we have to take the first fraction, that is 2 upon 4. We have to check that by which number if we multiply with this fraction, so that we have to get the denominator as 12. As you all know that 4 3s are 12. So we are multiplying this fraction with 3. Then we got the answer as 6 upon 12. Okay. Now let's take the next fraction, that is 3 upon 6. Now we have to think that by which number if we multiply this fraction, so that we can get the answer as with denominator 12. As you all know, 6 2s are 12. So we are going to multiply this fraction by 2 and we are getting the answer as 6 upon 12, which is equal to the previous fraction. Therefore, these both fractions are equal. So we have to write here equal sign. Okay. Now in the third one, here also same, the numerator as well as denominators are different. So again we have to find the LCM of 5 and 3, as denominator is having 5 and 3. So 3 ones are 3, 5 will remain as it is, and 5 ones are 5. So we got the LCM as 15. Okay, now we have to take the first fraction and we have to multiply with 3 so that we will get the denominator as 15. Okay. Now take the next fraction, that is 2 upon 3, and multiply with 5 so that we will get the denominator as 15. Okay. So when we compare 9 upon 15 and 10 upon 15, we are getting that 9 upon 15 is less than 10 upon 15. Therefore 3 upon 5 is less than 2 upon 3. Okay. Now in D1 again we have different numerators as well as different denominators. So we are going to again find the LCM of 4 and 8. Okay, 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8, 2 1s are 2, and 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2, and okay, so the LCM is 8. Okay, so let's take the first fraction, that is 3 upon 4, and multiply with 2 so that we will get denominator as 8. Okay, now let's take the next fraction. Here already we have 8 at the place of denominator. So when we compare these two fractions, we understood that 6 upon 8 is greater than 2 upon 8. So 3 upon 4 is greater than 2 upon 8. Okay, now in fifth one, here we have same denominator. So as per the rule number 1, 3 upon 5 is less than 6 upon 5. Now here again we have same denominators. So 7 upon 9 is greater than 3 upon 9. Here again we have different numerators as well as different denominators, but we have at the place of denominators 4 and 8. So no need to find the LCM again. Here we got the LCM as 8. Now let's take the first fraction, that is 1 upon 4, and let's multiply it with 2 so that we are getting the denominator as 8. Okay, now we have the second fraction, that is 8, 2 upon 8, which is equal to the previous one. Therefore these two fractions are equal. So 1 upon 4 is equal to 2 upon 8. Now in this next one, we have 6 upon 10 and 4 upon 5, where numerator as well as denominators are different. So we have to find the LCM of 10 and 5. Okay, so I'll take here 5 2s are 10, 5 1s are 5, and 2 1s are 2. So the LCM is 5 2s are 10. So the first fraction will remain as it is because already at the place of denominator we have 10. So let's take the next fraction, that is 4 upon 5, and multiply with 2. Okay, so we are getting the answer as 8 upon 10. Okay, now when we compare these two fractions, we understand that 6 upon 10 is less than 8 upon 10. So 6 upon 10 is less than 4 upon 5. Okay, now here in this fraction, we have denominators 4 and 8. So let's take the LCM of 4 and 8. 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2. So the LCM is 8. Okay, so the first fraction is 3 upon 4, and multiply it with 2, we are getting the answer as 6 upon 8. Okay, now we have the second fraction, that is 7 upon 8. When we compare these two fractions, we are understanding that 6 upon 8 is less than 7 upon 8. Therefore 3 upon 4 is less than 7 upon 8. Okay, now J1, we have 10 and 5 in the place of denominator. So we have to find the LCM of 10 and 5. 5 2s are 10, 5 1s are 5, and 2 1s are 2. Okay, so the LCM is 10. Okay, so the first fraction will remain as it is, and let's convert this fraction by multiplying by 2 to get the answer as 6 upon 10. Okay, as both the fractions are same, they are equal, therefore 6 upon 10 is equal to 3 upon 5. Now here we have again different numerators as well as different denominators. So let's find the LCM of 7 and 21. Okay, so 7 will remain as it is. 3 7s are 21 and 7 1s are 7. Okay, so the LCM is 3 sevens are 21. Okay, so we have to take this first fraction and multiply with 3 because 7 3s are 21. We are getting the answer as 15 upon 21, and the next fraction is also 15 upon 21, which both are equal. So 5 upon 7 is equal to 15 upon 21. Okay, now let's move to the next question, that is sixth one. Okay, the following fractions represent just three different numbers. Separate them into three groups of equivalent fractions by changing each one to its simplest form. Okay, so we have to convert these fractions into simplest form so that we can separate them in the groups. Okay, so here the first fraction we will divide by 2 because both the numbers lies in the table of 2. So 2 ones are 2 and 2 6 are 12. Okay, further we can't divide them to get simplest form. This is the simplest form of the 2 upon 12. Okay, now here we have to divide by 3 because 3 and 15 are there in the table of 3. Okay, so 3 ones are 3, 3 5s are 15. Now here we have to divide by 2 so that we will get the answer as 4 upon 25. Okay, further we can't divide because 4 and 25 are not there in any same table. Okay, now here 16 upon 100 should be divided by 4. So that we are getting the answer as 4 4s are 16 and 4 25s are 100. Okay, next here we will divide it by 10. We are getting the answer as 10 ones are 10, 10 6s are 16. Here we have to divide by 15. 15 ones are 15, 15 5s are 75. Here we will divide it by 12. Why I am taking bigger numbers? Because directly we will get the simplest form of the fraction. We can divide it by 2 first and then further again any other number. Okay, you can directly divide with the bigger number also. There is no matter, but just you have to check that both the numbers should lie in the same table. Okay, now here 12 ones are 12 and 12 5s are 16. Now here we can divide it by 16 because 16 and 96 are there in the table of 16. So 16 ones are 16 and 16 6 are 96. Now here we will divide it by 3 because both the numbers are there in the table of 3. 3 4s are 12 and 25s are 75. Okay, here I am going to divide it by 12. 12 ones are 12 and 12 6 are 72. Here I'll divide by 3. So 3 ones are 3 and 3 6 are 18. Now here I can't divide because this is already a simplest form. Okay, so I finished by converting all the fractions in the simplest form. Now we will make groups. Okay, so in the group 1 this 2 upon 12 will come, this 10 upon 16 will come, and 16 upon 96, 12 upon 72 and 3 upon 18. Why? Because they are equal to 1 upon 6. Okay, all these fractions have the simplest form same as 1 upon 6. So they are in the group 1. Okay, now let's make the group 2. Here 3 upon 15 will come, then 15 upon 75, 12 upon 60. These three fractions are equivalent to 1 upon 5. Okay, now we will make the group 3, that will have 8 upon 50, 16 upon 100, 12 upon 75 and 4 upon 25, which are equivalent to 4 upon 25. Okay, so we made 3 groups. Okay, now let's move to the next question, that is 7th one. Find answers to the following, write and indicate how you solve them. Okay, so the first one is 5 upon 9 equal to 4 upon 5? Okay, so to find the so to compare these two fractions, we have to find with the LCM. So the first fraction, so first we will find the LCM of 9 and 5. Okay, so here 3 3s are 9, 5 will remain as it is, and 3 1s are 3, 5 will remain as it is, 5 1s are 5. So we got the LCM as 45. Okay, so let's take the first fraction, that is 5 upon 9, and let's multiply with 5 because 9 5s are 45. So 5 5s are 25 upon 45. Now the second fraction, that is 4 upon 5. When we multiply it with 9, we will get the denominator as 45. So we are getting the answer as 36 upon 45. But 5 upon 9 is equivalent to 25 upon 45, and 4 upon 9 is equivalent to 36 upon 45, which are not equal. Therefore, these two fractions are not equal. Okay. Now let's find for B1, that is 9 upon 16 and 5 upon 9. So for this again we have to find the LCM, 16 and 9. 2 8s are 16, 9 will remain as it is. 2 4s are 8, 9 will remain as it is. 2 2s are 4, 9 will remain as it is. 2 1s are 2, 9 will remain as it is. Now 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3. Okay, so we are getting the LCM as 144. Okay, so when we multiply this first fraction with 9, we will get the denominator as 144. So 9 9s are 81 upon 144, and 5 upon 9 should be multiplied with 16, so that we will get the answer denominator as 144. So 16 5s are 80 and 16 9s are 144. But here both the fractions are different. Numerator is different. Therefore, these two fractions are not equal. Okay. Now for C, again here we have different denominators as well as different numerators. But I'll tell you one trick here. As you all know that 20 is a multiple of 5, right? So we can just convert this first fraction into equivalent fraction by just multiplying with such number, so that we will get the denominator as 20. As you all know that 5 4s are 20, so we will multiply this 4 upon 5 fraction with 4. Okay, so we will get the answer as 4 4s are 16 and 5 4s are 20, which is equivalent to the fraction, the second one, that is 16 upon 20. Therefore these two fractions are equal. Okay, now in this D1 also we have the same, because see here 15 2s are 30, right? So we will multiply this first fraction with 2 to get the denominator as same. 2 1s are 2, 15 2s are 30. But this 2 upon 30 is not equal to 4 upon 30 because numerator is different. Therefore, these two fractions are not equal. Okay. Now let's move to the next one, that is 8th one. Ela read 25 pages of a book containing 100 pages. Lalita read 2 upon 5 of the same book. Who read less? So for that we have to compare the fractions. But first we will convert this Ela's matter in fractions. They are telling that Ela read 25 pages out of 100 pages. Means the fraction will be 25 upon 100. Okay. And Lalita read 2 upon 5. Okay. So we will convert this 25 upon 100 into simplest form by dividing by 25. So we got the answer as 1 upon 4. Now we have to compare this 1 upon 4 and 2 upon 5. So for that again we have to find the LCM, because no numerator is same as well as denominator is also not same. So we will find the LCM of 4 and 5. So as you all know, 2 2s are 4, 5 will remain as it is, 2 1s are 2, 5 will remain as it is, 5 1s are 5. So the LCM is 20. So the first fraction here is 1 upon 4, which we have to multiply with 5 to get the denominator same. And here we have to multiply with 4 so that we will get the denominator 20. Now when we compare this 5 upon 20 and 8 upon 20, we understood that 5 upon 20 is less than 8 upon 20. So Ela reads less compared to Lalita because the first fraction is less than second fraction. Okay. Now let's move to the 9th question. Rafiq exercised for 3 upon 6 of an hour, while Rohit exercised for 3 upon 4 of an hour. who exercised for a longer time. So for that we have to compare these two fractions, 3 upon 6 and 3 upon 4. Okay, now we as per the second rule, the numerator is same here, therefore with the smallest denominator the fraction is greater, therefore 3 upon 4 is greater than 3 upon 6, means Rohit exercised for longer time. Okay, now the 10th question is, in a class A of 25 students, 20 passed with 60% or more marks. In another class B of 30 students, 24 passed with 60% or more marks. In which class was a greater fraction of students getting with 60% or more marks? Okay, so for that we will write the fraction of class A. In class A, we have the fraction as 20 upon 25, because out of 25 students, 20 students are passed with 60 marks, 60% or more marks. Okay, and in class B, 24 students out of 30 students. Okay, so let's convert this fraction into simplest form. Here in the first fraction I am dividing by 5. So I got the answer as 4 upon 5, and when I divide the second fraction by 6, I am getting the answer as 4 upon 5 same. So both the fractions are equal, therefore in both the classes A and B, same fractions of students got 60% or more marks. So here the exercise 7.4 ends. If you like my teaching, then please subscribe to my channel, and if you have any doubts you can ask me in the comment box. Bye everyone.